الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين وأصلي وأسلم على من بعث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. We're going to start the Kitab Al-Qawa'id Al-Arba', 4 principles, and we will finish them all in one sit بإذن الله الكريم. The author of the book is Shaykh al-Islam Muhammed ibn Abdul Wahab. Now right. His name, first of all, he was Shaykh al-Islam, al-Allamatul Hummam, al-Mujaddidu li-Din al-Islam, al-Imam, Abul Hussein. That was his kunya, Abul Hussein. His name was Muhammad. So his kunya was what? Abul Hussein. Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahab, ibn Sulaiman, ibn Ali, ibn Muhammad, ibn Ahmed, ibn Rashid, al-Wuhaybiyu, at-Tamimiyu. So his kunya was what? Abul Hussein 1. So that's his kunya. What was his name? Muhammad. Good. What was the name of his father? Ibn Abdul Wahab. His grandfather? Ibn Sulaiman. Great-grandfather? His great-great-grandfather? Ibn Muhammad again. Ibn Sulaiman. Ibn Ali. Ibn Muhammad. Ibn Ahmed. Ibn Rashid. Al-Wuhaybiyu. He's from the tribe of the people of Wuhayb. At-Tamimiyu. So he's from the people of Bani Tamim. He was from the tribe of what, Bani? Tamim. Imam al-Bukhari and Muslim both narrated on the authority of Abu Hurairah that Abu Hurairah said, La azalu, I don't remain except loving the people of Bani Tamim for 3 things that I heard from the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Sami'tu, I heard Rasulullah, the Messenger of Allah, saying, Hum ashaddu ummati ala Dajjal. They are the most severest of my ummah on Dajjal. Qala, he said, the second thing, وَجَاءَتْ صَدَقَاتُهُمْ, their sadaqah came to the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Bani Tamim sadaqah came to the Messenger, and the Messenger said, هَذِي صَدَقَاتُ قَوْمِنَا, this is the sadaqah of my people. Second. Third, which was what? Aisha used to have a sabiyya. Aisha used to have a slave girl. فَقَالَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ, the Messenger said to Aisha, اعتقيها, let this girl go. فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ وَلَدِ إِسْمَاعِيلَ, she is from the children of Ismail. So Abu Hurairah stated in this hadith that he loved the people of Bani Tamim for 3 things he heard from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the Shaykh was from this tribe, Bani Tamim. The Shaykh was born the Hijriya when the year was 1115 Hijriya. He was born 1115 Hijriya in a city called Uyayna. And it's a city which is very close to Riyadh. Very close to Riyadh. Rather, now it's actually getting to the point where it may even enter into Riyadh. That's how it's growing. Riyadh's growing. What about the way the Shaykh was raised, his seeking of knowledge, and the scholars he took from? So that would be a heading. So the first part's heading would be what? The first part's heading would be his name, his lineage, and when he was born. That would be the first part. The second part would be نشأته وطلبه للعلم وذكر شيوخه, where he's how he grew up, rahimahullah ta'ala, and he is seeking of knowledge and the names of his teachers. So this is what we're going to mention in this part. The Shaykh rahimahullah, he grew up in the house of his father. نشأ في حجر والده الشيخ عبد الوهاب, and his father كان فقيها, his father was a jurist, قاضيا, a judge. وحفظ الشيخ ابن عبد الوهاب Sheikh Muhammed Abdul Wahab memorized Al-Quran, he memorized the Quran al-Kareem, وَلَمْ يَبْلُغ الْعَاشِرَةَ مِنْ عُمْرِهِ, and he never reached 10 years old. Before he had reached the age of 10, he had memorized the Quran. وَدَرَسَ عَلَى وَالِدِهِ, and he studied from his father الفقه الحنبلي, the fiqh in the Hanbali madhab. وفي التفسير, and he studied the tafsir from his father. والحديث, and the science of the hadith. And also والعقيدة, the aqeedah as well. You see? So before he had reached the age of 10, he had taken the knowledge. He took knowledge from who? From his father. He memorized the Quran. What happened? What happened? Yeah. So before he had reached the age of 10, he took knowledge from his father, meaning he memorized the Quran before he had reached the age of 10. And he took the madhab al-Hanbali.
Before he was 10.
From his father, na'am.
Before 10.
Na'am. And tafsir, and hadith, and aqidah, he started to take it. So what you see here is the Shaykh started with a madhab. Rahimahullah. وكان الشيخ رحمه الله, the Shaykh رحمه الله شغوفا بكتب الشيخ الإسلام ابن تيمية والإمام ابن القيم رحمهم الله. He was one who had excessive love for the books of Ibn Taymiyyah and the books of Al-Imam Ibn al-Qayyim رحمهم الله. May Allah be pleased with both of them. The Shaykh rahimahullah حج بيت الله الحرام. He went for pilgrimage to the Haram, and he met the scholars of Mecca and Medina. He met the scholars of Mecca and Medina. And from the scholars he had met was one. The first Shaykh he had met was a Shaykh Abdullah ibn Ibrahim al-Sayfin, who's from the people of al-Sayf. His Shaykh that he met was a Shaykh Abdullah ibn Ibrahim al-Sayf. And also the great Muhaddith, the scholar of Hadith, الشيخ العلامة المحدث محمد حياة السندي. الشيخ المحدث محمد حياة السندي. He met him. والتقى بغيرهما, and he also met other than them too. In Mecca. Then after Hajj he came back to his city. After he came to his city, ثم شد الرحال لطلب العلم, and then he embarked on a journey to gain knowledge. So he went to Iraq. He went to Iraq. وكان غالب استفادته, and the most benefit he got from Iraq was in Basra. حيث نزل عند الشيخ, because he stayed and remained with Shaykh Muhammad al-Majmu'i. He stayed with him. ثم after that, بعد ذلك, after that, توجه الشيخ. The Shaykh, after he had left Iraq, Basra, the Shaykh directed himself towards Sham. فلم يستطع, he was unable to finish that journey. إكمال رحلته, he was unable to finish his journey to Sham. فرجع, so he was forced to go back to Najd. وفي طريق عودته, in his way back to Najd, he came by a place called Al-Ahsa. He came to that place, Al-Ahsa. فنهل من علوم علمائها, and so he took from the scholars of that place. He stood over there and he took from the scholars of that place. ثم رجع إلى نجد, and then after that he went to Najd. So Al-Ihsa is in Saudi Arabia, but it's not part of the Najd province. So this is what Shaykh Rahimahullah came back to, his own place. We finished that heading. The third heading, the Shaykh Rahimahullah is da'wah, and he's jihad in the sake of Allah. He's da'wah, and the jihad of the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. كان رحمه الله, the Shaykh as known in his history, he was a dhaki, a smart, very smart. فطنا مثابرا في طلب العلم, one who focused on seeking knowledge. والدعوة إلى الله, and calling to the path of Allah. جريئا وشجاعا في قول الحق ورد الباطل, and he was very brave and courageous in saying the truth and refuting the batil, the falsehood. فكان رحمه الله, he رحمه الله was ينكر البدع, he would reject the innovation بشدة, with strong, staunch behavior. وقد ظهرت, and it became apparent, جرأته, his bravery and courage, في إنكار البدع, in rejecting and refuting the innovation, لما دخل البصرة, when he entered the city of Basra, لطلب العلم, to seek knowledge. فأنكر, the Shaykh started to refuse and reject مظاهر الشرك, the symbols of shirk that were apparent. بالقبور, on the graves. وبالموتى, and on the dead bodies. So the graves and the places what the people would do, these building and these constructions that they will build, those shrouds that the people would make, Shaykh would take a hard position. وغيرها, and other than that, فأوذي, the Shaykh was then physically harmed from the Rafida in Basra. وأشباههم, and other than them, من عبدة القبور, the grave worshippers. The Rafida, and other than them, from the grave worshippers. فخرج منها, the Shaykh, he left Basra. حتى كاد يهلك, the Shaykh was close to dying. لولا, if it wasn't, أن الله عز وجل, if it wasn't that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يسر له رجلا, if it wasn't for Allah to make it easy for him to bring a man from Ahlul Zubayri, from the people of Zubayr, فحمله, he took the Shaykh and carried him. Shaykh was beaten so badly, he was about to die. This man grabbed the Shaykh, put him on his back, and took the Shaykh. فحمله, he kept the Shaykh on his back. فسقاه, he gave the Shaykh water. وأطعمه, and he provided him food. ثم, after that, the Shaykh رحله إلى حيث يريد, he then took the Shaykh to where he wanted. The Shaykh rahimahullah, he started to advise the people and to teach them and to refuse the innovation until the wrongdoers, the criminals, the people of corruption, they came together in a place called Huraymila to kill him. They came together. The Shaykh remained upon that advice until he went back to his hometown. He went to a place called Huraymila, and the Shaykh rahimahullah, the enemies that were against him, they came together and they said, we have one enemy that we have to oppose. So they came together to kill him. But Allah destroyed their plotting and their planning. And the Shaykh was then again ordered to leave the place Huraymila. فَخَرَجَ مِنْهَا, he left Huraymila and he went to Uyayna, the place where Shaykh was born, rahimahullah. When the Shaykh came to Uyayna, he met the Amir, the prince of Uyayna. He met the prince of Uyayna, and his name was called Uthman ibn Muammar. Uthman ibn Muammar, that was the prince's name. The Shaykh said to the prince, govern the people by the Sharia. And he called him to the Tawheed. And the Shaykh said to him, I can promise you that Allah is going to give you victory. And Allah is going to make you firm on this earth if you judge the people and govern them with the Sharia. And you stick wholeheartedly on the Tawheed. Uthman ibn Muammar accepted from the Shaykh his advice. And he promised the Shaykh that he would give him victory. That's what he said to him. So the Shaykh stood up. with the permission and the help of who? The prince of the city, the place. So فبدأ الشيخ بمؤازرة من ابن معمر. So the Shaykh, with the support of Uthman ibn Mu'ammar, the Shaykh stood up to destroy the trees that the people were worshipping, that they were honoring. He also stood up to destroy the domes of the graves. He also stood up to destroy the evil and the munkar, such as the alcohol that were drunk. All of the Shaykh was destroyed. And he brought back what? إقامة الحدود. The Shaykh brought back the legislation, the hudud. He brought, rahimahullah. His story spread. His story, it spread amongst the Najd province. It spread. And the matter, it reached the ruler of Al-Ihsa. His name was called what? Sulaiman ibn Muhammed ibn Uray'ir. And he was from the people of Bani Khalidin. He wrote to who? He wrote to the Amir, the prince. Of where? Of Uyayna, Uthman ibn Mu'ammar. And he ordered him to kill Sheikh Muhammad ibn Salih, Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahab. He said, kill him. The letter reached the prince of Uyayna, ordering him to do what? To kill the Sheikh. The Amir of Uyayna called the Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Wahab. He said, come to me. What did the Sheikh do? Sheikh came to him. When the Sheikh came to him, the Amir told him what he was ordered to do. وَخَافَ, and Uthman ibn Mu'ammar, who was the prince, he was scared of the Hakim of Al-Ihsa. He used to be scared of the one that sent him the letter. Why was he scared? Because the ruler of Al-Ihsa used to give Uthman ibn Mu'ammar yearly wages. And he used to give him a budget yearly. يعطيه عطية سنوية. And he got scared that if he disobeys him, that this wealth may disconnect from him, that he may not get it anymore. And he also feared that the ruler of Al-Ihsa may come in and destroy his leadership. So what did he do? He deceived the Sheikh. And he said to the Sheikh, go and leave. You're free, I won't do anything to you. When the Sheikh left, he sent after him a Persian man. And he ordered that Persian man to walk behind the Sheikh and kill him. Allah protected him, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and no one was able to kill him. The Sheikh ran to a place called Dir'iyah. And the leader of Dir'iyah was who? Al-Imam Muhammad ibn Saud. He was the leader of Dir'iyah. Just like the other one was a prince there, he was also the prince of Dir'iyah. The Shaykh came to him. He came to Dir'iyah, and when he came to Dir'iyah, the Shaykh came to Dir'iyah and lived in the house of his who? One of his students. The Shaykh stayed in the house of one of his own students, whose name was Ali ibn Abdul Rahman ibn Suwaylim. Ibn Suwaylimin. The Shaykh remained with that man. The student honored the Shaykh. And the people of Dir'iyah were coming to the Shaykh in the house of the student in numbers. وَجَاءَ الْأَمِيرُ, the leader of Dir'iyah came to the house of the student. And he gave salams to the Shaykh Muhammad Abdul Wahab. And he questioned him. وَاسْتَفْهَمَهُ عَنْ دَعْوَتِهِ. He said, tell me about your da'wah. What's your da'wah about? فَبَيَّنَ, the Shaykh told him, دعوة التوحيد, the da'wah of Tawheed. وذكره بالله, and he reminded him of Allah. ورجى أن يكون إماما للمسلمين, and he put the hope in him to become the leaders of the Muslimin. فَيَجْمَعُ اللَّهُ, and he told him that you can be the leader of the Muslimin, and Allah may combine for you the religion and also the dunya. You may be able to get religion, and you may be also to get what? The dunya. Get a chair. And he also said to him that your lineage, will be a lineage who can hold on to this aqidat al-salafiyya, aqidat Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Sheikh Muhammed ibn Saud, his heart just opened for what the Sheikh was saying. He liked it, and he hugged this opportunity, and he gave the Sheikh a sincere promise على نصرة التوحيد, to give victory to Tawheed, والدعوة إليه, and the Sheikh will call to the da'wah. فتأسست, and from there it was then established دولة السعودية الأولى, the first Saudi government, and that year was then Hijriya, at that time was 1158 Hijriya. What combined in that time? الذي اتفق فيه السيف, the sword. Who was carrying the sword? Al-Imam Muhammad ibn Saud rahimahullah was carrying the sword. And who was carrying the pen and the speech? Al-Shaykh al-Islam Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahab. What did they start with? فَبَدَأُوا بِالتَّوْحِيدِ, they started with the Tawheed, and calling to the message that the Prophet started their religion with. They went into towns, they went into villages, they went into little neighborhoods, and they spread the Tawheed. The enemies who hated the Sheikh and who hated his da'wah started to come together, and started to come together, and started to come together, and they started to wage war against the Sheikh's da'wah. The Sheikh's da'wah war was waged against him physically, orally. No way was he left alone. When the Hijriya was 1206 and the Sheikh was 91 years of age, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took him from this world, and the Sheikh died after he saw the da'wah spreading and the khurafat and the shirk being brought down on the ground. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give him a high place in Jannatul Firdaus. From the books that the Shaykh rahimahullah he wrote is Kitab al-Tawheed. He also wrote Usul al-Thalatha. He also wrote Kashf al-Shubuhat. He also wrote Masail al-Jahiliyyah. He also done a mukhtasar. He abridged Sirat ibn Hisham. The biography of Ibn Hisham, he summarized it. Also the provision of the hereafter, Zadul Mi'ad, he abridged it. He has a book called Usul al-Sitta, where he talks about 6 foundations. He has chapters and matters in which he spoke about hadith and also fiqh. So we conclude there, inshallah, in regards to the life of this great Imam. فَرَحِمَهُ اللَّهُ رَحْمَةً وَاسِعَةً. May Allah bestow upon him great mercy